You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. Black employees at Walmart are making it perfectly clear they're not happy with the company. Bloomberg reported today an internal survey where many high-ranking black employees would not recommend working for the world's largest company, while the country's largest employer has been vocal about recruiting a diverse workforce and spending millions of dollars toward advancing racial equity. Its black employees say they face barriers when trying to advance their careers, such as favoritism and internal politics. Black employees make up nearly 21% of Walmart's workforce, but only 12% of the black employees are on the managerial level and just 8% at the officer level. Candace, I'll start with you. Last year, I actually spoke at Walmart at their Bentonville headquarters for their MLK program. CEO Doug McMillan was there. I got a chance to go to lunch after that with a number of black executives. And the questions I raised to them then were, what are the numbers? And really, when they talked about some of the top tier positions, you never really had more than two. And we had a conversation about the kind of pressure that needed to be applied and making it perfectly clear, the opportunity that was there. Then, of course, you had the George Floyd death in May. Walmart announced that they were going to spend $100 million over 5 years on issue dealing with race equity. But the thing that I keep saying to these companies, whether it's Walmart, whether it's ESPN, whether it's Disney, whether it's, we can on and on and on, that it's very easy to provide aid and scholarship to folk you don't know. But if you cannot deal with your own house, that's really irrelevant. It's sort of like the people who say, I want to help black kids learn, but you won't help your nieces and nephews who can't read.
Right.
If you don't take care of home, you ain't got credibility going outside of home.
Exactly. So the fact that Walmart is talking about how they sponsored the Essence Festival, sure, that sounds nice on paper, like you said, but we know, first of all, I'm surprised that there were two people in various positions when you talk to these big managers and giants at Walmart. Normally there's O&O, one and only. There's a one and only person, right? And I'm sure that you've been that person along your career too. I know I have, and probably everybody on this panel. So the bottom line is, like you said, what is happening behind closed doors when we have managers that are hanging out with each other, during cocktail hour and babysitting each other's kids, and they're able to carpool at work. A lot happens outside of the office space and inside that apparently Walmart needs to look at. Because listen, the employees said, pay not so bad, benefits not so bad, but no, I wouldn't work here. That wasn't even a marker or an indication in terms of I could stay here. The pay is good enough where I can stay here. They said it was okay, but I can't stay here and I can't recommend friends or family to be here. That is a big deal. They need to have an internal assessment as to what's going on, to why these 56, I believe, higher ups said what they did so that they can correct it, because it's not going to be corrected with, as you said, just giving scholarships or money to Essence.
The thing here, Brittany, in the moment that we're in, and this is what I keep saying to black folks who are in these spaces. You ain't getting shit today. So why are you going to be so quiet tomorrow? I mean, at some point, people have to understand that unless you call folks out, and look, and I get it, there are people who are afraid to lose their jobs. There are people who have kids in private school. They say, well, Roland, everybody can't be, and trust me, I've heard it all my whole career, Roland, everybody can't be as radical as you, we all can't do that. And I'm like, guess what? Y'all just gonna sit your asses in and be quiet and complain. And then what I can't stand are those parking lot militants. The ones who talk a lot of trash in the parking lot as you're walking to the car leaving home. But then when you go back into the building the next day and it's time to speak up, and you do so, and you turn around and they sitting here like, and you going like, yeah. At the end of the day, these companies are not going to change unless we have black people inside of them who are forcing the change.
Absolutely, Roland. I wish that I could say I'm surprised with Walmart, and I think that anybody who knows anything about the retail giant knows that they're famous for all types of, anti-union policies, the use of foreign labor, child welfare issues. They're notorious for wage theft. So, one, I'm not surprised. I think it's a reflection of what's going on even at the bottom, right? Our hourly workers are struggling and constantly talking about the issues that they're running into at Walmart. So I'm also not surprised that we see that when it comes to the supervisors and black people in general. I mean, the very institution of Walmart is racist. Its business model is essentially racist, no matter how much, philanthropy they claim to do. So I'm not surprised. And it's imperative that, I hope everyone gets together and organizes against the chain, right? Because you're right. That's the only way that anything is going to change.
And the thing here is, Michael, this ain't just Walmart. I mean, we could just sit here and just do a roll call of company after company after company after company after company where they have these issues. And look, Doug McMillon was a nice guy when I met him, was very receptive to what I had to say. And this is actually what I said. In fact, Walmart was supposed to send me a copy of my speech. So let me tell my office, they never did. So let me tell my office where my video. But this is what I said and I spoke to all the Walmart employees worldwide. They were all by feed. This is what I said to them. Walmart, you by yourself can change America. First of all, do people realize that there are several daily flights direct from New York to Bentonville, Arkansas? Y'all, I ain't say, hell, you ain't got a lot of direct flights to Little Rock. But the reason there are direct flights to Bentonville is because of Walmart. And Tyson Foods is down the street. So the reality is Walmart shifts industries. Companies like Amazon shifts industries.
That's right.
Procter & Gamble shifts industries. Apple shifts industries. And so what I said to Walmart, with the CEO, Doug McMillon, sitting right there, is that if you make a decision that this is what we're going to do when it comes to diversity, this is what we're going to do when it comes to advertising with black media, this is what we're going to do when it comes to contracts with black-owned companies, you can alter the entire industry. If you then say, and if any of y'all doing business with us can't match us, you can't do business with us. That is how you change the game.
Yeah, we have to renegotiate our relationship with corporate America, brother. I'm not surprised with Walmart, and I was just about to say we have to do this with corporations across the spectrum that we spend dollars with. Now, this is connected to the protests of summer 2020, the George Floyd Black Lives Matter protest, when all these corporations came out and they said, we're going to pledge this amount of money, that amount of money, things like this. How did you change internally? Okay, and how are you treating African-American employees? But the other question I would ask Walmart and all these other corporations, why are you so silent now on these voter suppression bills as they're passing? It's like about over 20 have passed state legislatures.
No. So see, this is like, here's my whole deal. Follow me here.
Okay.
That's a separate issue. See, let me tell you why I'm separating them. Okay. The reason I'm separating them is because that gives the company an out. I want to deal with the money.
Yeah, I agree.
See, because here's the deal. I think a lot of them, they want us to have that conversation. See, let me unpack that. And let me unpack that, and I want everybody who's listening, people who are watching it and listening to the podcast, to understand this. America wants us talking about criminal justice reform, voting rights, mass incarceration. They actually are fine with that. Not when we talk about the money. Because see, what we're talking about over here, Michael, with these senior executives, we're now talking company shares. We're now talking, we're now talking actual, the ability to create wealth. We're now talking about high 6, 7, and 8-figure salaries. Now we're talking about not just 1 or 2, I'm talking 5, 10, 15, 20 folks up and down the chain, folks on the officer level, director level, senior executive level, junior executive level, and all throughout. Because see, now see again, and here we should, Black Voters Matter the groups should be challenging them on that. Right. But we also got to be real clear when we're dealing with the money. Because if we let them off the hook with the money and only focus on those things, then we're in the same situation. Everything King was doing really from after 63 was about the money. What happened was Black people, actually, we were so heavily tilted to politics that we didn't focus on the money. This complaint here about from the Black employees, this is not a survey of all Black employees. This survey that Bloomberg got their hand on was 56 senior Black executives. That's a money conversation.
I agree. As somebody that graduated from Wayne State University's business school, I totally agree. It's about the money as well. And when we had that conversation about the money, in addition to that, conversation about contracts that these corporations, including Walmart, have. Contracts for janitorial services, contracts for advertising, all that, because that deals with African-American owned businesses. Contracts for advertising on Roland Martin Unfiltered, that deals with African-American owned businesses that are allowed to grow, okay, because they have contracts with these corporations as well. That's another conversation dealing with the money as well. So I totally agree with you. We have to have multiple conversations.
Yeah, so I think now according to Walmart, this was a preliminary deal. There were several affinity groups they have there. They have ongoing conversations, but the thing here, it was very interesting because, you know, when we had that lunch, a lot of the Black employees were like, "Damn, this bro is like really radical," and I'm like, "Hello, see." Hello.
I've been there.
I mean, again, my whole deal is when these companies invite me to speak, I don't change my message. Right. I don't change my tone. I'm real clear. If you gonna invite me, you gonna get me. And I'm gonna say, and what I also do is I challenge Black senior executives to say, hell, y'all can't be quiet. Because if y'all quiet, we know that brother in the mailroom and that sister on the dock, we know she gonna be quiet.
That's right.
And what also, and see, right now, Candace, where I am on this thing is, you got Black people sitting on boards of directors. They has got to say something. Here we are out here demanding these companies spend more with Black-owned media. I need the Black people sitting on the board at Pepsi to say something. I need the Black people sitting on the board at McDonald's, sitting on the board at Apple, the Black folks sitting on the board at Square. We could go on and on saying something. You ain't there just so you can get some stock options and get some cash. You supposed to be there representing more than just you.
You can't not say something now. Monday is not going to be the same. Monday shouldn't be the same in terms of, now that this report is out, what is the next step? The power is in the hands of those 56 men and women who are in those positions and let it trickle down. Like you said, let them see what you're doing at the top. They're at the top of the top, not the top where most of the white men are. But for those who are at the top of their game internally there at Walmart, they have to do something, and it will trickle down. They've got all the power. We're talking about it here tonight. They've got the power tonight, so Monday's got to look different. They have to hold Walmart accountable.
And Brittany, I just want y'all go to my computer. I just want to show y'all. This is their website. This is the executive management team of Walmart. Doug McMillon, President, CEO. Dan Bartlett, Executive Vice President. And you go down here and you see on this team, I mean, in terms of you get down to Kelvin Buncombe, Executive Vice President, Neighborhood Markets, Walmart. Let's see, I'm looking for somebody else black. Ben Hassan is the Senior Vice President and Global Chief Culture, Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Officer. But again, what I'm looking for, let me tell you what I look for, y'all. When I talk about corporate America, I look for people who have P&L responsibility. I met Ben, great guy, but Ben don't have P&L responsibility. The other positions do. You go down here, you keep going. Dr. Cheryl Pigas, Executive Vice President, Health and Wellness. Nice position. That's not a P&L position. Follow me here. Dakona Smith, Executive Vice President and Chief Operating Officer, Walmart U.S. That's a P&L position. Latrice Watkins, Executive Vice President, Consumables, Walmart U.S. And so this is so what you have on the executive management at Walmart. You got 2 black women. You've got 3 black men out of 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36, 39, 42, 45, 48. That's what you have. And then you have their board of directors. I know Carla Harris. She's vice chair of wealth management at Morgan Stanley. I know her well. But this is where, and look, Marisa Mayer used to be over at Yahoo. Randall Stevenson was over at AT&T. But the bottom line is Cesar Conde, chairman of NBC Universal on the board. I'm sorry. Sarah Fryer, CEO of Nextdoor. In fact, we're launching an initiative with Nextdoor beginning next Tuesday. This is where we need corporate board officers to be challenging and demanding, Brittany, change, not slowly, far more quicker. And so I really hope, Brittany, that Walmart senior executives really listen to what these black senior employees do. And in fact, one of the black employees said, is the pay great? Yes. The benefits great, but they actually said they would not recommend any other black executive come to Walmart. That's a damning statement, right, for a company, for a senior black executive to say, I ain't recommending nobody come here.
That's serious. That's a serious problem, right? And I think it's very telling to see what Walmart decides to do with that information. We know Walmart is worth $386 billion, not only billion, right? The company as a whole has more money than any of us would know what to do with, right? All of their top executives are paid well. There's no reason why black folks should not be happy there. I mean, that's scary, Roland. So I do hope, like you said, that both the board of directors, as well as those high-end black executives, continue to work, because I'm sure they've done something, I'm hoping, but continue to change the culture there. Because the reality is Walmart is a large employer of black people, of people of color, of working class people, right? We are the people that are making their business run. And they're worth, again, $386 billion. Change can be made, and change can be made right now. There's nothing stopping these people from making those necessary changes. And again,
this is a Bloomberg report that came out. And let me say it again. This is not exclusive to Walmart. It is company after company.
That's right.
And my challenge, and again, the National Association of Black Journalists, we sent a letter requesting a meeting with Disney executives and at ESPN over the whole Maria Taylor issue and some other issues. And I've been saying the same thing. You got culture issues. And when you have culture issues, you got to address your culture issues. And we're seeing this in company after company. And so hopefully we see this happen. Back to our Roland Unfiltered video in just one moment.
Racial injustice is a scourge on this nation, and the black community has felt it for generations. We have an obligation to do something about it. Whether it's canceling student debt, increasing the minimum wage, or investing in Black-owned businesses, the Black community deserves so much better. I'm Nina Turner, and I'm running for Congress to do something about it.